mentoring is so important for what's going to be unfolding. And this question and answer and understanding how to deal with it, this sort of anxiety or anxietal, I think is another word that, that speaks to the adjective, the anxietal noise that's out there. And for us as mentors, right, and learning to mentor, it's so important to how do you deal with that noise and to be able to bring and open that up enough to be going, hang on a minute, let's take a look at what's taking place here, right? So
yeah, and I think it's that noise is when it's dealt with or used in the right context, it becomes something that can be part of a learning opportunity for both the mentee and the mentor, versus something to be afraid of and kind of run in the opposite direction. So, when we talk about all the buzz about anxiety and all of that, we need to take a step back and ask ourselves the question as to, well, why is it getting the attention that it's getting, and where is that attention coming from, and how can we manage that rather than have it manage us?
For sure. And that leans and leads into the journey mentor profile that you have said, hey, we need this. We need a journey mentor profile. And what we're talking about is how to use mentoring from a journey point of view. How can we mentor so it's a guide on the ride, is another way that I describe it, for people who are feeling this deeper aspect or wanting to ask questions and tap into someone. And it's not that we as the mentor have to have the answer specific to the question, as much as to be able to have the process to answer the question.
Right.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about where you're going with the journey mentor contribution?
Yeah, I certainly can. So when we first started the journey of the journey mentor, it was with the idea in mind that it was going to be somebody that could walk beside somebody who wanted to go through the certification process and become certified competent as a mentor. And it was to be able to help them have a good experience in going through that process and coming out the other end of it as somebody who embraced mentoring as a continuous learning process. So there was that part. And then I started to do research, extensive amount of research on post-traumatic stress and mental health. And what I found was that there's this support structure that in a lot of places is almost non-existent. In organizations today, the support structure is weak at best. And they were constantly looking for how can we change that? How can we improve that? Because we have all these people that are suffering from mental health and post-traumatic stress, and they are struggling with finding the healing process, for lack of a better choice, finding the way that they can heal before things become too dark. And I'll leave that part of the conversation at that. And so what I found was that with the Journey Mentor, which we had created initially to walk with somebody through the certification process, the Journey Mentor became the obvious place or function, role, person that was going to be able to provide that support structure or be part of that support structure as going forward. So it would be somebody that was very adept at listening and hearing. It was somebody that had great communication skills. It was somebody that would not prescribe or be able to sort of say, okay, I'm going to prescribe. So prescribe that you go and see this particular person. It was more so about, once again, using the question and answer approach is, are you seeking professional help? And if so, help me understand what that might be. And are you receptive to perhaps other different methods? So, so going through that and providing that, so that's part of it. And the other part is understanding what's required of a individual who wishes to become certified competent as a journey mentor. There's a huge piece that that I'm finding that's revolving around continuous learning. So it's researching and writing, but it's also I'm taking a number of online programs, courses that with the intent of giving me some more tools in my toolkit so that I can be more effective as a journey mentor working with somebody who is trying to heal from challenges they're having with mental health and post-traumatic stress. And so it's my intent is that come next month to begin that journey myself to become a certified competent journey mentor.